Rebecca, of Sunnybrook Farm, Part 51. I will go right home with you, Aunt Sarah. I must just run and tell Miss Maxwell, because tomorrow I was going to Brunswick with her. Poor Aunt Miranda. And I have been so happy all day, except I was longing for Mother and Aunt Jane. There's no harm in being happy. That is what Jane wanted you to be. I'll pack your trunk for you, Becky dear, said Emma Jane, who had come toward the group and heard the sorrowful news from the brick house. Adam left the church and came upon Miss Maxwell, knowing that she was deeply interested in Rebecca's plans. He told her that Rebecca would have to leave Wareham for Riverboro the next day. "That is almost more than I can bear," exclaimed Miss Maxwell, sitting down on a bench. "I had so many plans for her this next month, and now she will settle down to housework again, and to the nursing of her poor, sick old aunt. If it had not been for her old aunt, Rebecca would still have been at Sunnybrook, and from that standpoint, educational advantages of any sort, she might as well have been in the backwoods," replied Adam. "That is true, but I thought an easier and happy day was dawning for my Pearl." "I still believe that happier days are dawning for her," continued Adam. "It must be a secret for the present, but Miss Randall's farm will be bought by the railroad. We will have the right-of-way to her land, and the station will be built on her property. She will receive $6,000, which, though not a fortune, will give her $300 or $400 a year, if she will allow me to invest it for her. The mortgage on the land will be paid, and also provide education for the oldest boy, who is a fine, ambitious fellow. He should be taken away from the farm work and complete his studies." Rebecca did not see her Aunt Miranda till she had been at the brick house for several days. Miranda refused to have anyone but Jane in the room until her face had regained its natural look. Poor Miranda Sawyer, her body no longer under control of her iron will. No divine visions floated across her tired brain. Nothing but petty cares and anxieties. Not all at once can the soul talk with God, be he ever so near. If the heavenly language never has been learned, then the poor soul must use the words and phrases that it has lived on day by day. Poor Miss Miranda, held fast within the prison walls of her own nature, because she had never used the spiritual eye, and she had not used the spiritual ear.